Welcome to the Hustle Report by Jason Malone, presented by Clicks Media.
All right, I'm just going to jump right into it. So what I want to talk about today is the importance of honing your skills, focusing on your craft, focus on getting better at your craft so that you can increase the value of the service that you're providing to whomever it is that you're providing a service to. So that means that you need to take the time, focus on working on yourself, working on the skills that will allow for you to provide a better value service to your customers. A lot of times we'll look at the situations that we're in or the circumstances around us and not acknowledge and not have the self-awareness to realize that, the reason that you're probably in the situation that you're in is because you haven't taken the time to hone your skills. You haven't taken the time to perfect your craft. You're not working on self. You're just doing. And so your doing and your execution may have gotten you to a certain point, but you might be plateauing, you might be hitting a ceiling because you haven't done the extra work to hone your skills, to perfect your craft, to work on yourself so that you can push through to that next level in your career. I remember, when I was working in corporate, I was at a tech company that had just IPO'd, and that was a few years past graduating from business school, and it was a decent position and I was making a decent salary, but I wasn't pleased with the progression of my career at that point. And this was right before I had stepped out to launch my own business, and I ended up meeting someone that basically told me, regardless of what it is that you're trying to do, the best investment you can make is investing in yourself. And what he meant by that is I needed to focus on honing my skills, honing my craft, working on my people skills so that I could basically start advancing past those plateaus that I had reached in my career. Because intellect and, schools that I went to and people that I knew got me to a certain point. And that, for the most part, is the case for all of us. Your God-given talents will get you to a certain point. But if you're not honing those God-given talents, if you're not working to perfect those God-given talents, then you'll never become the professional, the person that you were destined to be. Because, in my opinion, God wants us to work on the skills that He's given us. He wants to continue to perfect those skills. He wants us to continue to seek the wisdom out, to gain the information and the knowledge to help us progress. But if you're not doing that, if you're not trying to, get better, you're essentially just coasting along with whatever natural skills that you have, then that's exactly what will happen. You'll start to plateau. You'll start to feel like you're hitting a ceiling. You're not really getting to the goals, and you're not really feeling satisfied in the direction that things are going for you. I have found that whenever I feel as though I'm like kind of in a rut and I'm not really getting to where it is that I'm trying to go, I have basically developed the habit of taking a step back and doing a self-evaluation and seeing where am I not continuing to hone, where am I not continuing to seek wisdom so that I can, figure out how to change my situation. And not just like figure it out on my own, but more so just honing in on what it is that I'm missing in my toolkit, what it is that I'm not paying attention to, what message it is that I'm not hearing. Is God trying to tell me something? To basically taking a step back and doing that self-awareness evaluation to figure out where it is I need to work, where it is that I need to get better so that I can progress to the next level. So I think, as a professional, it is a very good habit to take those pause breaks, to take a step back, to be reflective, to sort of identify where it is that you can do a little bit more work on yourself, where you can seek out some wisdom, gain some knowledge, learn more information to make you better at whatever it is that you're doing. And that's, professionally, but also just in life, right? We always want to be getting better at our craft. We live in a world full of human connection, so the continual focus on trying to get better at communicating, on how to deal with people in your personnel in different environments, like working on those people skills, that will also help you advance. And it probably will help you advance further than, the technical skills. So I think it's important to always just be in that space of mind where you're thinking about how can you get better, how can you hone your skills, how can you continue to do the work, the personal development, so that personal and professional development, so that you're, achieving what it is that you want to achieve. One of the easiest ways in which you can do this is to start reading. Pick up a book in your industry, pick up a book on professional or personal development, and go through that. That process alone will get you started on constantly working on developing your skills and building those habit muscles that are necessary so that you're always in the mindset of working on yourself, right? So you can start with a book. You can find classes that, focus on the same things on the professional development side and also on the industry technical side for whatever it is that you're focusing on or working through, right? So you can take those classes, you can identify a mentor, you can work with a mentor, have some coaching sessions with a professional development coach. So there's a number of different steps, and not all of them cost money. Some of these are very inexpensive. You can find a book that's very easy to do. You can find something online, right? Even YouTube, right? YouTube University, and being structured and thoughtful around the topic that you decide to dive into so that you can develop your skills and hone your skills. So there's a lot of ways in which you can do this, but in my opinion, this is the focus on honing your skills and working on self and professional development is probably one of the most important things you can do for your long-term success. And I'm just saying from personal experience, the quote-unquote pedigree in the eyes of others, will maybe open a door or two. However, what's going to continue to keep you progressing, what's going to continue to have you on that pathway to success is you having a mindset of working on your skills, working to get better, working to improve, and being structured and rigid about that, so that you're always basically putting yourself in a position to get better at whatever it is that you're trying to do. So that that's my take on that. Just focus on honing your skills. All right, guys, I appreciate you for tuning in as always. Thank you for Clicks Media for making this possible. We appreciate all that you do. Appreciate you guys for tuning in this episode, and I will see you on the next one.